time and time again, the town just kind of lets us down.
Right now at 6 on Connecticut's news station, parents in Bethany are left in a tight spot after a child care program suddenly closed. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is going to have more on their message for the town.
4 people from Connecticut are killed in a plane crash in Vermont. Angelo Bavaro is going to share the impact their lives had on their community.
And the debate stage has been set for Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. We're going to have a preview of what we can expect and what leaders on both sides want their candidate to do and avoid tonight.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for starting yours off with us. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Tim Lambers. Good morning. We hope your Tuesday is going well. And we are starting with probably the best news of the day, which is the forecast. Meteorologist Matt Scott joins us. Last time we checked, it was all sunshine as far as the eye could see. Is that still the case?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now to traffic. No, we should probably expand on that a little bit. But listen, what's to tell you? Lather, rinse, repeat. Why change a thing? Yesterday was fantastic. Sunshine, mostly seasonal temperatures, and that they're a little milder this morning thanks to some clouds last night. Temperatures getting up to just about where they need to be. We are watching Francine in the extended forecast. She's going to turn out to be quite a story, and we'll tell you why coming up. Satellite radar pictures quiet across the land. We lost the clouds from overnight. That's to be replaced by wall-to-wall sunshine. Temperatures not bad. Those clouds acting as a bit of a blanket last night, keeping the numbers a little closer to where they should be. 57 degrees in Hartford, 58 in New Haven and Groton. We're down to 52 in Torrington, 51 in Willimantic, and here are your dew points in the lower to mid-50s. Quite comfortable as well. Your forecast planner for today, temperatures under a lot of sun, getting into the upper 70s later on this afternoon with nary a worry around here. Nary. We have a forecast that I think you're going to love for the next few days. How long does it last? We will answer that and a look at Francine too coming up this hour. Here's a look at Rachel Piscatelli. Ta-da. Hope her traffic report is just as good as our weather report this morning.
It's looking pretty good across the board here, Matt. No major delays to tell you about at 6:02 here. We have a lot of road work that has wrapped up for the morning commute too, which is good news. So we're taking a live look outside over the Mixmaster this morning, or at least through it. We had some cones that were blocking the left 2 lanes reopened this morning, so good news there. Over in New Haven now, 91 as you're heading into the Elm City. Looks pretty good. Volume is remaining light at this hour, so New Haven to the I-95 connector is a nice smooth drive. West Haven to New Haven on 95 North looks good, and even New Haven to Bridgeport is just under a half hour. Tim and Erica, we'll send things back over to you.
Rachel, thanks so much. Well, the Bethany Parks and Rec Department is in the spotlight again for the second time in a matter of months, this time because a child care program has been shut down.
Yeah, the department is already facing a lot of scrutiny after the arrest of a former employee on sexual assault charges. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin joins us now at Town Hall. She's live there this morning, where officials are scheduled to hold a special meeting tonight. Now, Brooke, what do we know about this latest issue?
Well, these town leaders have been pretty tight-lipped on this issue so far, leaving parents still trying to find out answers as to why their program was shut down pretty seemingly out of the blue, leaving them in a lurch as far as childcare goes. Now, those parents tell us they've just been scrambling for the past few days to find their kids a new before and after school care program this week after their Parks and Rec option was just shut down on Friday, giving them only 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, to come up with those new accommodations before the week started. Now, this is the latest incident surrounding the Parks and Rec Department. Back in July, a former employee was arrested for sexual assault allegations against him. The accused employee is Anthony Mastrangelo. He's accused of sexually abusing several young girls as far back as December of 2022. Parents were frustrated that they knew nothing about the alleged abuse for over a year until state police made that arrest. In response, the Parks and Rec director resigned and her assistant was placed on leave. Now, the before and after school program has been just dissolved. Parents say they're frustrated by how this story continues to unfold.
But I think what really hurts is that there was no planning, there was barely any communication, and you know, for a town that's built on family values, it seems like the families are coming last.
And we did ask town leaders if they had any sort of response as to why this is happening, anything at all, and they have not yet gotten back to us. Now, again, that meeting is tonight at 6 o'clock here at Town Hall, and there are 2 agenda items. One is just a general topic about discussing the state of the Parks and Rec Department, and also discussing just that shutdown of the program, trying to figure out just a good way to go from both of those now at this point. This is something that, again, we've been following for several months now. We will have a reporter at that meeting tonight, and we'll bring you more on that. Live in Bethany, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Brooke, thank you. Well, 6:05. Middletown High School is closed today as that community is mourning the loss of a teacher and a student who were killed in a plane crash over the weekend.
The other 2 people also died. Fox 61's Angela Bavaro joins us live right outside Middletown High with the latest.
Erica, Tim, good morning, and the pain still very raw this morning as we wait on more details about how this crash even happened, what led up to this crash. The NTSB and FAA will continue that investigation this morning. Now, this crash happened on Sunday. Among those victims identified by police, we have 55-year-old Paul Pelletier, the aerospace and manufacturing teacher here at Middletown High, and 15-year-old Delilah Van Ness, described by the superintendent as a bright and cherished student. This right here, what you're looking at, is video from a Fox 61 story spotlighting Pelletier's drone and flight class, in which students, including Delilah, became teachers, helping to certify first responders to fly drones. That 3rd victim, Delilah's mother, 51-year-old Susan Van Ness, and that 4th victim, 88-year-old Francisco Rodriguez of Lebanon. According to Middletown Police, Delilah was taking flight lessons with Pelletier and Rodriguez. Authorities found that plane had crashed in a wooded area near Basin Harbor Airport in Ferrisburg, Vermont. This morning, condolences continuing to pour in, including from the first responders Pelletier worked with.
He was a great man. He had a great passion. He had a great drive, and he really gave that message to all his students. And, you know, sitting in the class, visiting the class when our department members are there, the kids bought in. They bought into his mission and his passion for the program.
Again, still lots of questions about this crash, including what caused Pelletier's single-engine Piper to crash, or who was flying the plane at the time. We do know that the group of 4 took off from Wyndham Airport Sunday morning and landed safely at Basin Harbor Airport in Vermont. They had lunch, but on their way back to Wyndham shortly after takeoff, something went wrong. The wreckage was found just a half a mile from the airport. Again, Middletown High School is closed to students and staff today as people continue to grieve this tragedy. However, crisis teams are available at the school during normal school hours for anybody who needs that additional support. We're live in Middletown this morning. I'm Angelo Bafaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Angelo, thanks so much. Of course, our thoughts with all of the victims' families this morning. All right, 6:08 now. New this morning for you. 6 people have to find somewhere else to stay after their home in Manchester caught fire. All this happened just before 9 o'clock last night on School Street. Now, fortunately, no one was hurt. Investigators are looking into what started the fire.
New Haven police said 2 shooting victims are both stable this morning while being treated at a hospital. Officers said they were shot around 1 p.m. yesterday in the area of State and Ferry Streets. They said a car was also hit with several bullets. And police said later in the day they found a car that they think the shooter used, but it was empty. So please call the New Haven PD if you think you can help with their investigation.
Energy costs and demands are going to be the topic of discussion for governors across New England and Canada today. They're going to participate in a summit in Boston to talk about ways to lower costs to get energy for the region. Governor Lamont's office tells us that the group is going to talk about how to work together to bring cleaner and more reliable energy for everyone. It is opening day for Raising Cane's on Bushy Hill Road in Simsbury. The fast food chain opened its first Connecticut store in Enfield earlier this year. You may remember the long lines that opening day brought, so expect some company if you're going to take part on the opening day fun in Simsbury.
Well, voters across the country are expected to watch the presidential debate tonight.
The debate is going to take place at the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia. Now, there won't be a live studio audience there. Microphones are going to be muted when candidates are not speaking. And candidates are not allowed to have any notes with them. They can't talk with their campaign staffers during the breaks either.
Pennsylvania is seen as a must-win state for both campaigns. How about this? Since 1948, no Democrat has won the White House without winning the Keystone State. Trump and the Republicans are hoping to replicate his narrow win there in 2016.
I think he needs to let Kamala Harris talk. Something she's been reluctant to do unless she's reading a teleprompter.
She's going to do great, of course, but Donald Trump will be good too. I mean, we can all remember he wrecked all of the Republicans. He's a good debater.
ABC News will host the debate tonight. You can watch it, though, live right here on Fox 61. Coverage starts at 8 o'clock.
And here at home, there are several watch parties happening. Democrats are going to gather at Parkville Market in Hartford. Party leaders are also going to meet at their local headquarters in Kent. Republicans are holding a watch party at their new headquarters in the Riverside section of Greenwich.